All right, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Another great week of doing social and emotional learning work. We're going to continue on our topic of courage. I'm not going to talk very long, teachers. I just want to remind you that if you want to get the most out of our time, follow along and download the free lesson at www.jesselewischooselove.org. And that's got all the material that you're going to need to kind of follow along and work with us. So we've got two new students that have been working hard to do this work. We've been doing a lot of planning, doing a lot of talking, and we've got some good stuff to introduce to you today. And all right, there's Emma and Sophia right now. I'm gonna pull them in, see how we do. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Emma Schmidt and I'm in 10th grade at St. Andrews. I'm really involved in the Latin program and I play soccer, and my favorite subject is math. And the reason why I chose Choose Love is because I think that everyone should know that they are loved even through the hard times.
I'm Sophia Gonzalez. I'm a sophomore at St. Andrews. I'm really involved in the music program and my favorite subject is English. I decided to choose love because I think it's really important to start early when it comes to learning about courage and social emotional learning and starting with younger kids. Okay, so teachers, the only things we're going to need today are the Choose Love journals because we're going to be doing a reflection at the very end, and so you're not going to need anything else.
So students, right now we're going to practice the brave breaths like we've been doing in the past couple weeks, and it's really important, so we want to make sure that we practice this a lot. So just to review, we're going to put our left hand right above our belly button and our right hand on our heart, and then we're going to breathe in for 3 seconds, hold, and breathe out for 3 seconds. Okay, so now everyone stand up so that we can all practice that. So stand up, get comfortable, make sure there's no one close to you. Okay, so now put your left hand right above your belly button, put your right hand on your heart, and now we're going to breathe in for 3 seconds, hold, and breathe out for 3 seconds. Okay, again, breathe in for 3 seconds, hold, and breathe out for 3 seconds. Okay, once more. Breathe in for 3 seconds, hold, breathe out for 3 seconds. Okay.
This week we're going to be learning about fear and what it feels like to be afraid.
So one time that I felt afraid was a couple years ago when I was in class and some other people were talking about one of my friends. And I wasn't sure what to do because if I stood up to them, then I wasn't sure what they'd think of me or if they would start talking about me. And I kind of had a pit in my stomach and my stomach felt really weird and my muscles started tensing up and I just wasn't sure what to do.
A time that I felt afraid was whenever I was faced with having to perform a solo in front of a big group of people. I started to feel really shaky and my palms were sweaty and my heart was beating really fast. So teachers, if you could have a discussion with your students for about 10 minutes, you can go ahead and pause here and talk with your students about what it's felt like for them when they've ever been scared.
So now that you all have discussed times that you have felt afraid, we're going to talk about what's going on in your brain when you have felt during those times. So we're going to demonstrate your brain on our hands. So Sophia's going to pretend like she's giving someone a high five. So this wrist part is the part that sort of controls your body. It controls your breathing and the circulation of blood and all that good stuff. So we're going to call that the lizard brain. And then when she puts down her thumb like that, her thumb is the part of her brain that controls all her emotions. Like when I was talking about how I had a pit in my stomach, that's sort of that brain controlling my emotions and how I feel at that time. And so when she folds down her fingers, that is what we call the human brain. So that's kind of the part with the logic and making sure that we sort of know what we're talking about and remembering stuff for school. So now how about everyone tries? So when we become afraid, what happens is our emotional part of our brain, the numbat part, becomes really active. And that's why our muscles tense up, why our blood starts flowing quickly. And the human brain, that kind of wants to get as far away as possible. So this happens. And so when we do our brave breaths, that helps our brain calm back down and come back together so that we can think clearly and make good, decisive choices. Hi y'all! We didn't have enough time to finish the video yesterday, so we're back today, but in different clothes. So now we're going to talk to y'all about affirmations. Affirmations are a pep talk or a specific statement that you tell yourself over and over to kind of help yourself be more courageous and brave and face your fears. So some examples are,
I am courageous.
I have the power to overcome my fears.
I stand up for those who need courage.
I am calm and ready to be courageous.
I am calm, cool, and collected. Okay guys, so to review, today we reviewed brave breaths. We learned about how our mind works and about affirmations. So after this, remember to reflect in your Choose Love journals.
And remember to say your comments and questions below because we'd love to hear from you.
So thank you for joining us today. Thank you for practicing courage. And thank you for choosing love. See you next week.
Wow, what a great lesson. I'm so happy that Emma and Sophia had a chance to spend a little bit of time with you guys. It's so important to know what it feels like. What does fear feel like? What does anxiety feel like? What does stress feel like? Because once we know what it feels like, now we have a tool to use to practice how to handle it safely. So continue to practice your brave breaths. Continue to practice your brave pose. And now that you know when that's happening, those are the best times I think to use it. It's actually, I want to tell you, it's funny because when we film these, so I get a little nervous when I film these. And right before I go on, I find myself taking a breath now, trying to handle my anxiety. And I know that our kids, when we've been filming these too, they've been doing the same thing. So we're doing the same thing that you are. All we're doing is recognizing how our bodies feel, and we're trying to help by taking those big, deep, brave breaths to do the work that we're doing. So once again, thanks for being with us. If you have any questions, if there's a way that you want to connect with our students or with me, please email us right here at saschooselove@gmail.com, and we'd be happy to go back and forth and answer any questions. But keep doing the good things that you're doing. Keep being brave, be courageous, face your fears. Thank you for doing the work that you're doing. Thank you for being courageous, and thank you for choosing love.